Hi, Kiki. How are you doing?
I'm doing so great. How are you doing?
Doing great. Thank you for agreeing to do this
Of
with us.
course.
Since the Royals returned, there's been a clear effort to build a fresh identity while honoring what supporters loved the first time around.
Mhm.
How intentional has that balance been from a marketing perspective?
We have been extremely intentional in honoring our first iteration of the Utah Royals and our supporters, and how we want to bring a little bit of a freshness and to the second iteration. And so we do want to keep our fans that have been here for years coming, because we are so grateful for them. And of course we always want to bring new people in the stands. And I think that's something that's really special, is our swarm, if you will, is constantly growing, and we want our core to remain there and just bring more people into that. So that's been really important to us.
Speaking of the swarm,
Mm-hmm.
what story does this kit tell, and what do you hope supporters feel the moment they see players walk out in it?
I love that you're asking about what supporters think of the kit, because I've been asked a lot about this kit, but I haven't been asked about it from a supporter point of view. I put myself in the supporter shoes in answering this, and I just feel like I would feel so represented, because this kit is again, it's about the swarm. It's about how we all flow into the Royals ecosystem, and our supporters are such a huge part of that. And so if I were a supporter, seeing this jersey be on the field would mean a lot to me, because the players are representing themselves and they're representing the team side, but they're also representing me. They're representing the state of Utah. So I think that's something that's really special about it.
Beyond the jersey, what else will the fans be able to see that maybe is a little different this year when they get to the stadium? Will there be in-game things that they can look forward to and enjoy? What will they see?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for first and foremost, we're always looking to evolve our game day experience. So we're looking at a lot of different things, and we want to enhance theme nights as much as we can. Another really big thing for us is just building our swarm. We feel like our community supports us so much, and so we want to give back to the community. So we're going to be doing a lot of service do good events, and we're going to bring that into the pregame experience. So I think that'll be something that's really special.
I know we have one supporters group, maybe there's more that I'm not aware of, but how have you brought them in, and has there been a communication between the fans and marketing and the organization to maybe develop some of those theme nights or some of these experiences that fans can really get into and support?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think what's really fun is this year we're diving deeper into research than we ever have before. So we're sending out surveys to everyone, and it's been really fun to send it out to our supporter section as well and see what they're saying. And from that, we've asked a lot about theme nights and whatnot. And so we're diving into that and saying, okay, what do they really love? Where's a chance for opportunity that maybe we haven't seen? And so that's something we've really enjoyed doing this year, is just hearing their voices in our from the throne and from our fans as a whole.
What's one piece of feedback from supporters that actually changed the marketing decision?
Yeah, that's a great, I say everything's a great question. You guys have a lot of great questions. Feedback from supporters that has changed the marketing decision. This is a great question. I would definitely have to dive in to see what like our holistic fan base in Utah is saying versus our supporters specifically. But I will say one thing that's been really cool is just to see how much research supports that little girls really see themselves in the players and how meaningful it is to them. And honestly, I think it extends beyond young girls. I think it extends to boys. We saw a bunch of boys at our event tonight asking a lot of questions, and I think that's really special. So something we're doing is really taking ourselves and putting us in their point of view, and how can we make this a really cool experience where we're getting fans when they're young and they're growing up and then they're becoming our throne, right? So I would say that's one thing that's really fun that we've been working through.
Awesome. Two more questions for me. Women's sports momentum is real right now. How does the Royals marketing strategy lean into that without feeling like you're chasing trends?
That's I'm not going to say that's a great question. I need to stop saying that after every question. Women's sport, how are we leaning into women's sports without chasing trends? I think tonight is a great example of that, where we want to get a lot of energy around women's sports because that's already organically there. But then we need to make it fit to us. It needs to feel unique and authentic to who we are. So we don't necessarily want to do the exact formula someone else has done, because that was them, but that might not be us. Some examples of that tonight even was talking about our sport, having a service project at the event. There's just little things that I think feel like royalty, and that's what we want to implement as we have these women's sports moments.
And then when someone who's never been to a Royals match walks into American First Field this season, what do you want them walking out saying?
I want them walking out, there's a lot of thoughts I have about how I want a fan to feel when they leave, but I just want them to feel so positive. I want them to feel like they were surrounded by such great people. I think I've heard so many people have come up to me since starting this role and say, the Royals games have this unique and special feeling to them that you don't get in other sports, in other teams, and other games. And so I really want that to shine through. I want us to shine through, and I want them to leave feeling like, wow, that was really special, and that's something I can only get with the Royals.